Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. Now today we are going to solve another Python program for this practice. Now just please listen to me very much carefully that this is not a very easy program, like it is not that much easy which we are seeing till now, okay. So these are the pattern programs actually which we have, and they are used late, actually they are made with the help of the nested for loops, okay. I'll be telling you about how to make out this thing. First, let's read out the program. That write a Python program to construct the following pattern using a nested for loop. Now, this is my pattern which I want to create. Now, we just first of all analyze out this whole pattern which we are actually getting here. See, what we are actually able to see that first of all, till this point, till this particular point, my number of stars are actually increasing. Right, till this particular point, my number of stars are actually is increasing. So for the first 5 places, for the first 5 rows, my number of stars are increasing. Right, that is okay. And for the last 5 rows, okay, if I just take this between row as common, which is my 5 number, if I just take this 5th number row as common, so for this downside 5, these are decreasing at all. Right, so we'll be applying 2 for loops here. First one would be for the increasing, and second one will be for making out my decreasing triangle. Okay, this is the first of all idea regarding this pattern program. Fine. And this between row is neutral, so we'll be taking this between row in both of the ones. Right. Now, other thing that when it is increasing, so number of stars are also increasing, and we are able to see this in the form of a triangle, and that is absolutely okay. And for the downside as well, this is absolutely the same thing, that when they are decreasing, so we are just able to see the like downside triangle. That is okay. Fine. Now let's do one thing. Let's go on to the OneNote first of all. Let me tell you how to write out the program for this, and let's see a dry run for this first of all, that how this programs actually work, because writing out these are not too much difficult things, but like understanding the whole code, that how the code actually will work, it is a little bit trickier thing. Okay, so let me take out a color from here and let's start writing out. Okay, now as you were able to see that here, what was happening that your ending stars were 5, right? So I would just take here that n is equal to 5. You're having 5 for the above side and 5 for the downside. This is how it was working, right? So I would just taking n is equal to 5 here. Now what I would just do here is that I would be applying out my condition, that for i in range, okay, for I in range, and in bracket I would just put out the value which is n. Fine, this is okay. For I in range, and in the bracket the value is n. Fine. What will happen after this? For I in range, next loop will apply for j1. So okay, for j in range, and in the range what I could apply? I could simply apply out the I. I is basically my indexing. Okay, my indexing for every place, and j is basically 1. Into that I have put out the range, that is I. Fine. What I could print inside this, these were the stars which you were printing, right? So I could just put out a star here inside the semicolons, that this is the one which you want to print out, and I could simply write here end is equal to and these semicolons, right? This is what I could just apply here. Now what's the use of this end? That I would let you know afterwards, not right now. Fine. And after coming out the for loop for the j1, I could simply write here print, and I could just give it a blank space here. Fine. Now this is my uppermost triangle that would actually be made out here. Fine. Now, first of all, let me write out the whole code for the down one as well. Then we'll be moving towards the dry run. Fine. After this, for my down one, what I would be doing actually here is that I would be applying out next for loop. Again for I in range. But now my range which I have taken, I just wanted to go into the decreasing order. In the first one, it was going to increasing. That was absolutely okay. So when I just wanted to go into decreasing order, I would write n, 0, 1. So when I just wrote here -1, so what it will do, it will go into the decreasing order. Like let's say first 4 stars, then 3 stars, then 2 stars, and then 1 star. This is how it would be going out in the down direction. Fine. Then goes out my j loop. So for j in range, and into the bracket I would be writing here as I. That is actually my indexing. Here as well the colons, and here as well the colons. And here I could just simply use out one of my print statements. So inside the print statement I could again put out the star here. Fine. And I could just put out a comma and write here n. That is basically used for making out my like stars onto the new line. And here I could just simply print out and give out some spaces. Fine. This is all the program about the program which I have actually taken out here. Let me take out a new color here so that I could just explain you the whole procedure. Fine. So we have taken the value for n as 5, right? So it will go for I in range. So here we are having the, okay, this is too much thicker. Let me just take a little bit thin pen. This here and this here, fine. Fine, so n is 5. So here the value will be 5 actually, which we have, right? So for j in range, that is I. Okay, so for I, first of all, we have 1, right? Print star. So at the first position, what I would just do here is that I would be printing one single star. Okay, one single star will be printed out here. Now, here we have this space. So it will leave out that space and now come to the new line. Fine. Now what will happen? Again, my n value would remain same, but value for I would be 2, would be changed to 2. So when I just wrote for j in range, that is here in the bracket, it is 2. So what it will do? It will print me out 2 stars. So I just write print a star. So it will print me 2 stars here because my range is 2. Okay. Now third thing, for I in range, that is n. Now I would, from 2 it will increment to 3. So that is okay. So for j in range, now from 2 this j would become 3. So print star. What it will do? It will print me 3 stars because into the range what I am having, into the range I have put on the value. So whatever the value I'll be putting out here, it will be printing me that much number of stars, right? And as soon as I have put out this this space after the outside the j loop, outside the for j loop, so here it is giving me spaces like this. Okay, now come to the new line. Here basically it will go till 4, right? So 4, and here it would be 4 stars like this. Okay, 4 stars like this. Fine. And here it will go till 5. So whatever the number I will be taking, it will printing me 5. That is okay. Now here for I in range n comma 0 comma minus 1. Now it will start. Okay. So for j in range I basically what I'm having, that is again now. But here my reverse loop is actually going on. Okay, so it will be printing me each and everything into the reverse order. So first of all, it will be printing me 4 stars like this because here I had put on the minus 1 sign. Okay. So first of all, my I value would be 4, right? So it will print me 4 stars. Then my I value will be changed to 3. So it will printing me 3 stars. Then I value will be 2 and at last I value would be 1. So whenever both of these things are actually combined, so in that case, it will be printing me total this like this type of triangle. Okay, the triangle which we have actually seen out, right? Hope you just got the idea that how will this actually work out, right? Let me just go on to the PyCharm IDE and implement out the same thing here. Fine. Right, let's say I just wrote n is equal to 5. Fine. After I applied my for loop, so for I in, okay, I would just write for I in, here goes the range and into the bracket I'll be putting out small n that we have actually taken. My for loop for the j starts, so for j in range and into the bracket I'll be putting out here as I, right? And what I would just print, I would print here star, this star which we actually want out to be printed. Fine, I will put out a comma and use here my end statement. And coming out of my j loop, I would be giving here the spaces. So basically you are able to see one gap space, one space between each and every star whichever are here, right? So that one space are because of the print statement which I have actually used out here. Again, now this above one, this above for loop was for my increment one. Now for the decrement of the stars, I'd be applying one another for loop. So for I in range, into the bracket I'll be putting here n comma 0 comma minus 1. So because of this minus 1, my basically my program will go into the reverse order, right? Okay, now when I had just put out here 0, so this 0 is my ending value which I had put out. So 5 comma 0, right? So 5 comma 0 means when I had put out this 0 as my ending value, so in that case it will go till 1, right? So 5 comma 1. Okay, hope you got that idea. Come to a new line. Again my for j in start, so for j in I will be putting here as range and into the bracket that is actually I, and here I'll be again printing out the same statement. Print, I'll be printing out a star, comma, I'll be giving end is equal to these like this, and I could just print out my statement. So print and the blank semicolon, right? Now it's the time to run out my program. So as soon as I run out my program, now just have a look over this stars which I am getting. But here I am not getting any of the spaces between. So let me do one thing. Let me give one space between both of the print statements. Now when I would just run this here. Okay, so again we are not getting any of the spaces. Let's see that basically why is that so. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me put out one space after these stars. Okay, now let's run it out once again. Fine, now we are just getting the spaces as we were able to see in the real real pattern that we were asked to make it out, right? So this is how this pattern actually looks like. So this above one is different, this down one is different. So for the down one we have taken the range, for above one we have taken the range till 5, and here we have taken till 5 to 1, right? So that is why it is showing me in the decrement, and for the above it is showing me in the increment. Right, I would just close out this output here. Now hope you just got the idea for making out this program, that how this program of this pattern will actually be made out. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.